We're joined by senior forward Cameron Hoofner, senior guard Lamar Wilkerson. We'll make sure the attending media here in Huntsville have the ability to ask their questions first. Then we'll move to our Zoom audience. We ask that you remain on mute until called upon for you guys on Zoom. If you don't mind, please state your name and affiliation prior to asking your question. We thank you for attending as well as your patience. We'll begin now with an opening statement from Coach before opening it up to questions.
I just got done talking to our guys, and it's not going to mean anything to them in the moment, but one day they're going to recognize how special this group is, and how much they grew, and how they showed what kind of men they are through the adversity that they battled through this year. Not many teams in the country have gone through as much as we have this year, and they stuck together. And I'd like to think that I had a little bit of it due to me, but it's not. The leadership that especially these two guys and Marcus Boykin, returners that have been here for a while, showed every day through some really hard things, shows what kind of men they are. And it doesn't feel good right now because we're all competitors, and we've got two great players that are up here with me. But one day they're going to look back and realize that they showed who they are through a really tough time. And they're going to be able to do great things in life because they can do hard things, and they can stick together, and they can lead others, and they can keep a narrative, and they can believe. And that's one of the great things about coaching, is that we're in a place where we can help guys learn things that are going to help them 40 years from now. And I couldn't be more proud of this group. I couldn't wish more that I wish I had helped them more. I wish I'd been able to get even more of the best out of them because they have so much to give. We played a really good team tonight, and we just had a night where we just weren't our best. And those nights happen in life, and it's unfortunate. Last year it was free throws. We were the best free throw shooting team in the league last year, and we just missed a few. And this year it was threes. We're the best three-point shooting team in the league, like 8th in the country, I think, somewhere around there. And we just couldn't make them. And we had great guys shooting them. I don't know that I'd change very many of them. And that's basketball, and that's life. So I'm super grateful for these guys. People may look at our record and have no idea that we won 5 out of our last 7, or had about 8 or 9 losses by 3 points or less in conference in the 9th rated league in America. And that's because of these guys. And I'm very grateful for them. And I'm going to miss them very much.
Questions? Russell, first off, past some times. UTEP made 12 of 25 free-pointers. That's better than they shot it all year. Was that just kind of unlucky on your part? Is there anything you could have done differently? They don't shoot that much.
We seem to be the unluckiest team in America in every single thing that happens, and that's just part of things. But I think in the first half, we let them get comfortable with giving them some open looks, and they have great players. And so when you let great players make a couple and get confident, then they're able to make some more. And that's on us and on me because we let them get going and let them feel good. No, that's not who they are, but they stepped up in an important game and made them.
Like you said, coming into this year, one of the most games in the country, winning the last 5 of your last 7, taking a really good MTSU team to the break-in at their place. Just what went into that stretch of this team kind of coming together, especially with all the adversity?
It's a great question, and I think that they really dialed in on the winning things that it takes to win games late. I mean, if you went back in our games, other than the first UTEP game at their place and then the La Tech game, we were tied or ahead or down one with a minute or two to go in every single game. And with so many new faces out there, we had to learn how to win. And it's a loose ball, a rebound, a made shot, executing. And I think during that stretch, we just made those plays. And it was a lot by these guys. It was a lot by our returners and leaders that they just dialed into winning. Even Middle Tennessee, we made some winning plays and it didn't happen to go our way just right at the end, but we did the winning things. And that's something we should be proud of. And so I'm so appreciative. I mean, everyone knows we started 1-10 in conference with a bunch of close games. So many teams could have folded, but this team kept learning from film, learning from talking to each other, learning from our coaching of what it takes to win those tight games. And we did that down the stretch. And that shows a lot of growth and character on their part.
We've got some really good players who probably could have gone and played elsewhere, in the offseason. Just talk about, those veterans and how much they've in that stretch where you guys were 1-10.
I mean, we don't have long enough to talk about them. It's a great question, but I am so indebted to these guys, and I hope that I was able to help them because they did. They all had options to leave, and this is part of the transfer portal world, and I'm not saying it's good or bad, but everybody has the option to go, and they chose to stay and then give me everything they have. And it's not an easy decision to make for some of these guys. And for them to do that, to care about Sam Houston, to love Sam Houston as a place and Huntsville as a city and the people that are there enough to say, you know what, I want to do this again, means so much. And I hope that means that these are guys that 20 years from now are going to be bringing their kids to reunions and having an alma mater that they feel identified with. And I think that's something that can be lost sometimes in this transfer portal world, is that people lose the identity of where their school is. And I couldn't be more thankful for the returners because they said, I want to be a part of that. And then they gave me absolutely everything. I couldn't have asked for one more drop of anything from these guys. And that's special. And that's special. And that's a testament to who they are and their character.
Can we get the players' perspective on that late streak and how you guys, that 5 out of 7
5-2.
streak, just your
We went 5-2
perspective, the way you finished the season?
I think I would just say that, basketball's more than just a team. It's like a family. And I'd hang out with any guy on that team all day, every day. And I think that's why we were so close at the end of the season, and we stuck together. And we just enjoyed winning and just playing together as a family, because at the end of the day, it wasn't a team, it was a family. And like I said, I'd hang out with any one of those guys all day, any day. Like, I just love everyone on that team. There's not a single person I don't like. And that goes down to the coaches and the managers. It doesn't matter. I'd hang out with them any day. So, yeah, it's not a team, it's a family.
Do we have any questions from our Zoom audience? Brett, you guys?
I guess, Lamar, just talk about what this season meant to you, because you guys were able to accomplish.
Everything, it's tough right now. I had high hopes, that even though we didn't start as good as we wanted to, that we was going to come in here and do what we had to do to get to the tournament. And like you said, we could have went anywhere, but we decided to stay here because we wanted to do something that hasn't been done here in a while, and that's go to the NCAA tournament. But, we fell short. Props to UTEP.
You've been a part of some historically good programs, and this one included some really good teams. We've seen a league with not just this much parity, but this much many teams that are, well above 500.
We've never played in the league this hard. It was a big jump even from last year in a positive way, and shows the strength of Conference USA. And, ranked ahead of really good leagues like the American, and, we're in the area with the Mountain West. And I think that's a testament to the coaching that's in this league. It's a testament to the programs. And I think it just shows how, having success in Conference USA can translate to anywhere in the country. Because like I told these guys, even with losing 4 pretty key guys and having other injuries and things like that, we could have taken this team to a lot of conferences in the country and finished top 3. And in this league, you can't do that because there's just a lot of good teams and a lot of good coaches and players, and I suspect it's only going to keep getting better.
Any further questions? Okay. Gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, folks, welcome back. We're now joined by Coach Joe Golding from UTEP, along with senior forward Otis Frazier III, senior guard Corey Kemper Jr., and we will ask the attending guys, the media here, to get their questions first. Then anybody on Zoom, please raise your hand, and we will call on you then. Please state your name and affiliation prior to asking your question. Thanks for being here, and we'll begin now with an opening statement from Coach.
I'm just really happy for our guys, right? It's been a tough month for these guys, man, but they've stuck together. They've had great practices, great energy. They're a fun group to be around. Man, I'm just happy. I'm really happy for them to play the way they did tonight. We played this thing exactly how we wanted to play it. We had a low turnover game. We turned them over a little bit, got some offense on them. I thought the three-point line was huge. We hold them to 2, and we get 12. And then obviously we rebounded. We out-rebounded 1. But it was good to see Camp back, the old Camp. I thought it was big for us. We were struggling to score early, and Camp hit some big shots for us. And then in the second half, when Otis saw it go through, man, we all went nuts, man. Otis has been a hell of a player for us and has always hit big shots in big crucial times. And I thought that was just, okay, we can breathe, man, once Otis hit that one. But I thought it was up and down. I thought Kevin Kalu, 15 rebounds, was terrific. I thought Trey Horton played great, hit some shots. Baylor Hebb, Devin Barnes, DT with 7 assists. Just a great team effort tonight.
Coach, how much of a difference does it make when you're making shots like that? I mean, it looked like it fed over.
Yeah, there's no question. It makes a huge difference. But we've made some shots in this losing streak, too, but we haven't defended, right? I thought what we did tonight, we took good shots, and we valued the basketball, and we had great possessions. We didn't have a lot of quick, bad shots tonight. And when you do that, you get screwed in defensive transition, and that's what's been happening, right? In our losing streak, we've been giving up 70 points a game, and that's not our basketball. Tonight, against a really, really good offensive team, we hold them to 65 points, right? And I thought our offense was a big reason for that. We made the extra pass. We touched paint. We got deeper in possessions, and I thought that helped our defense. But absolutely, man, to get to 12 threes, Brett, it's definitely a relief.
Coach Golding said we want to send my news. I believe you guys started game shooting 2 for 10. Can I ask what was going through your mind during that stretch? Or did you think it was just going to be one of those nights?
No, I knew we were going to hit shots. I knew these guys were ready to play. They were ready to get to Huntsville. We got here a little early. And we got away on Saturday and Sunday. But we got here early. But I knew these guys were ready to go, man. Otis sent me a text the other night. I saw the look in Corey Camper and DT's eyes. I met with those guys on Monday morning, I think, at 10 o'clock in the morning. I met with those 4, and I knew these guys would be ready to play.
For Corey and Otis, just from a player's perspective, 7-game losing skid, you guys are away from El Paso for about a week, more than a week. Just down and out, but for you guys to pull off this one, just what does this kind of mean to you guys for it?
Yeah, you said we was on the 7-game losing streak, but I think every player on this team never put their head down. I feel like every player on this team feel like that we can go on a run. and that's the main thing. Making sure your brother never drops his head, especially through tough times. So I feel like having players like that to have your back and just to keep rolling as a team, I feel like that's very important.
Like Corey said, sticking together. I think this team stayed connected throughout the year, especially on the 7-game streak. We never were worried during the 7-game streak, like I said. We have joy in practice, and I think it followed today with how we played.
Corey, Jay guys just talked about what you guys were seeing on the field in the year 4 for 6 for 3. Just talk about hitting those shots and kind of how that played into
Like Coach said, well, we got the ball moving. That's big key. In the 7-game lose streak, we took more one-pass shots, and that gets the other team going and gets them quick shots, get them in transition. So having to move the ball and make the other team move gets every player on this team open.
Otis, they made their run, they cut it to 4. You guys are not having the greatest day. You guys still running out of shot clock, 12-18 to go. You step back and hit that fadeaway 3. What did that feel like? Just take us through it, and how big was that?
It felt great because he was yelling drive.
We've
Honestly,
done that like 3 times this year, and he hits it, man. So I got to keep that in the back pocket.
but no, I backed up. I looked up. I didn't really have time to drive, so I let it go. I had confidence in it, and it went in.
Coach Golding, just Lamar scored 29 last time out. I had 22, but on 6 of 6. What did you just think about your game plan towards Lamar, knowing the trouble he gave you guys last
Yeah, he's going to score, right? He's one of the better players in this league. He's a great guard. He's going to make a lot of money playing professionally at some point. And I got a lot of respect for him. I think Corey and Otis would say the same thing. We've had some battles with those guys over the last 2 years, and we've got so much respect for him. But I thought tonight we made it more difficult for him. We were a little bit more physical on stuff. We got up in him. And then I thought our emergency switches were much better tonight, man. And we forced him off the line. We made everything tough. We never got him comfortable there. He goes 1 for 8 from the 3, and that's the difference, right? And we did a really good job. Again, the 3-point line was the difference in the game. They got wide open looks against us a week ago, right? And tonight we made it very difficult for them on the 3-point line. We were locked in defensively. We were towards the ball. We were swiping hard. We were communicating. We were talking. It was really pleasant for me to see us on the defensive end.
As far as momentum, is this a game where you're glad that you're playing in less than 24 hours?
Do what? Sorry.
As far as momentum goes, is this a game where
Yeah, the hardest one that gets the first one, right? And then now you got some mojo, and it's been a while for us, right? So it was a great locker room feeling for us, and hey, we got nothing to lose tomorrow, right? We're playing a really good Liberty team. They're the league champions. They're the number 1 seed. We've had some battles with them before. We got a ton of respect for them. They're a great team. They got great players. They got a great coach. Again, the respect is there, but we got an opportunity, right? And there's 40 minutes to be played, and somebody's going to win, and why not us, right? So I know our guys will be ready. We've been here before. We've had a quick turnaround before, right? We did it last year, and so these guys will be ready to go.
Obviously, the key is going to be slowing down their 3-point shooting. Are there things you did today that you could circle and say, do that again? Or is it just a different team?
Yeah, absolutely, right? I mean, we followed the game plan, and we executed it, right? And then there'll be a different game plan for Liberty, and we've got to execute it. We actually did a really good job at our place against them defensively. We just had some lapses. What the last, I forgot, it was 8 to 4 minutes right there, if memory serves me correctly, and they got us on some flare screens and some different things, and Matheny got loose. That's the deal with them, Brett. You got to be locked in for 40 minutes, right? With them, they're so good offensively, and then I don't think they get as much respect for what they do defense, right? They got a great defense. Again, they won the league, right? And so rightfully so. But that's what I think these guys want, right? We want an opportunity to play the best, and we're going to get that opportunity tomorrow. And again, ton of respect for them. We got a lot of work to do, but these guys will be ready to go at 5:30.
You've coached at some really good teams and had some really good stops, but as far as, not just parity in the league, but, quality teams in the league, have you been in a conference
No.
where it's
No. Never been in a league like this. It's night in and night out. I think these guys will agree. There's a ton of parity. This thing's wide open. Anybody can win. It's just whoever can get some momentum going. And obviously, great coaches, great players, really good road environments. But no, it's an extremely tough league.
Corey, just to talk about Liberty, obviously you guys were here, same spot, made a run last year. Just to get a win today and then have that quick turnaround, just how are you guys kind of approaching tomorrow's game against the competition?
I'd say the same as we did this game. Going in, locking in on the key players, locking in, taking coach game plan, and just getting out there on the defensive end, talking, and just being us.
Golding, Ahmad wasn't on for you guys, just what's
Yeah, he's not with us.
the tournament or just in the long run?
for the tournament. Yep.
Thank you, guys.
All right, see you guys.
Thank y'all.